I was working in a grocery store, and I wouldn't have had that job if it weren't for Rick Santorum, because I used him as one of my references.
My second cousin was in jail, and we didn't know what we were going to do, but then we called Ben Carson, and he lent us some money, and it changed our family and America for the better.
Now, my neighbor was in the Air Force,
and my sister's granddaughter was pregnant,
and he wasn't going to get all that he was due.
and she didn't know who to turn to.
But then someone at my church said, "Call Lindsey Graham."
And I gave him a call. And I guess it did help.
Well, did it? Because I called him and he never called me back.
Now, my medicine doesn't always come on time, and that has a trickle-down effect.
It makes you a crazy b****.
Now, but Carly Fiorina pointed out that it's Hillary's fault that my medicine doesn't come on time.
And then you knew who to blame.
And that was a comfort.
Now, I had a fish and it died, and I sometimes don't like doing the dishes, and if it weren't for Jesus, I would have slipped and fell and died in the shower, and those are the reasons that Marco Rubio is running for president.
Jim Gilmore said, "I want to reverse the decline." So I went out and got some facial cream. And I was carded.
Now, the other day I stubbed my toe, and then I found out that John Kasich was the son of a mailman, so I said, "Son of a mailman," because that's a good swear.
I've known Mike Huckabee since he got his start in religious programming. And religious programming is my favorite kind of programming because the prayers allow for frequent bathroom trips.
And then Scott Walker showed us slow-moving images of the countryside.
And then Bobby Jindal looked me right in the eye and said, "Oh, this land, it needs a fence around it." And you know, he's right. Fences make sense.
Rand Paul makes a good point when he says that it is time for a new president, because here coming in 2016, it is time to re-elect a new president, so he's right. And that is a clear message.
Ted Cruz taught me that I don't have to be afraid of Latinos because Latinos are afraid of Latinos.
Chris Christie taught me that if an Irish man makes love to a Sicilian woman and they have a baby, that baby will not be a liar.
That exclamation point at the end of Jeb's name says it all.
Yeah, it says, "Jeb, come here and look at this speedboat and this tractor and this fast-moving sky."
Donald Trump lit this candle for me.
We are Fantasy Grandma, and we love everyone.
I often get asked, how does one become a billionaire? And my response is always the same. Why are you talking to me? I have decided to give back to the society that provides me with so many opportunities to avoid paying taxes.